My girlfriend has been cheating on me over Zoom with a long-distance affair partner. Hi, welcome to my channel. Today, we've got a story from our /relationship_advice where Op's girlfriend has been cheating on him over Zoom with a long-distance affair partner. Before we start, if you have any personal stories of how you got out of a toxic relationship with your cheating wife or girlfriend that you want to share, feel free to email them to me. Let's get started. First story. Hello, all. I could use some advice. First time cheating experience. 0-10 would not recommend. After a small squabble about something insignificant, my 23 meters girlfriend, 21F, was away at her grandparents' for a few days, as we mutually agreed to just spend a week away from each other. To cut to the point, during the third day away, I was doing some deep cleaning and found an old phone she had lost a year or so back. I plugged the phone up to test it, and I found an exchange between her and a man with who I raised a slight issue a little earlier. About 4 weeks ago now, and 3 weeks before us spending some time away, she had found a streamer on Twitch that she followed and eventually asked for his Snapchat. They quickly became connected and, without my knowledge, would video chat on Zoom for an hour or two every night, talk about how they were the loves of each other's lives, and how they've both never felt the way they do. She referred to me as her roommate and that her stay away was permanent. She had talked to him more passionately than I've ever been talked to.
And though I haven't seen evidence of full nudity, she did send him pictures that seem like too much for me to handle, knowing that she sent them to another man, e.g., shirtless, arm-covering breasts. We live in the southern US and this man lives in Norway.
He had told her he purchased a plane ticket for October to visit, and she told him how much she couldn't wait to be in his arms. I confronted her immediately and drove to her at 2 a.m. that morning to talk. I initially broke it off right away. She admitted, seemingly, everything, which is obvious that she would because I saw it. She did seem remorseful, and, another long story short, I told her 2 days ago that I'd give it a chance and she moved back in. It breaks my heart to think about us separating and not being able to see my daughter every day. She would live an hour away and I work 2 jobs and own a dog and a home. I still feel like I love her, but it's consistently hurt. I've never been cheated on in my life. My life was honestly great with her for the entire 4 years until now. I was planning on marrying her this year. She assured me it would never happen again, but no one ever really knows that's the case. She mentioned I was emotionally distant and didn't talk to her as affectionately as I used to, which very well may have been the case. I don't find that to be an acceptable excuse. I know it's been less than a week since I found out, but I honestly am not sure whether I can forgive this. I know I'll never be able to forget, and it would never be the same. I'm just not sure whether giving her a chance is a right option here. Cucky McCuckercuck wrote. It'll be better for you and your daughter in the long term for you to just end things properly. This wasn't just some regrettable one-time hookup with a stranger, or similar sort of mistake, but an ongoing, extensive deception and betrayal that would still be taking place if you hadn't found out. She'd still be lying to your face with everything she did and said, right now, and every other day. You're worth more than that. Maggie Stardust wrote. She's destroyed your trust. Take some time and postpone the wedding. I'm so sorry you're going through this. Hugs. Home42 wrote. The relationships that seem to be able to recover from cheating are the ones where the cheater 1, comes clean on their own, 2, apologizes and works to make amends. She did not come clean and probably would never have told you the truth had you not found it for yourself. That doesn't seem remorseful or like she wouldn't do it again. Take some time to sort through your feelings and decide your next steps. Lady_Camo wrote. I'm sorry this happened to you. However, you will never be able to forgive her. The things she said are something beyond reparation. This was not a drunk mistake in a cold night, this was something she very well had time to think through. That you were distant is a BS excuse. In a normal relationship the reaction would be that she talked with you about it. If you stay with her, you will drag out this agony and become bitter and resentful. And it's not good for a kid growing up in a household like this. It's best for you, for her, and your child to make a clean cut. Be there for your daughter though. AITA wrote. If you still truly love each other and are willing to work to improve your relationship, then giving her another chance may be the right thing to do. Forgiving and rebuilding trust may take some time and she needs to work for it. Postpone the wedding though. Before we take a look at another story from our /relationship_advice where Op's friend's wife has been having an emotional affair and Op figured it out but he's lost on what he should do, take a moment to like the video to show your support to the channel. Don't forget to leave your own opinion on the story in the comments down below. Second story. The first thing I'll say is that my current decision is to not do a damn thing about it, and I told her if she ever tells him, I didn't know. Second thing, she didn't dump it on me, I figured it out from some red flags in a Facebook conversation and then asked her point blank. I probably should have played dumb. I'm pretty sure she kinda wanted me to figure it out though. What she claims. She worked with the guy for 6 months. They became best friends. Had a deep connection that she has never felt before. Then the guy was going to move to school, he is married with a kid, and confessed to her that he was in love with her a few weeks before he left. She said the following weeks had many love letter exchanges between the two of them but never any physical shenanigans. On the day he left, they walked through a park, the only time they ever got together outside of work and just walking she claims, for a few hours, and said for the sake of both of their marriages they were cutting off all contact. She states that she is heartbroken, feels like she went through a breakup and she thinks she'll stay in love with him and doesn't know if she can get feelings back for my friend, but she is going to try. I advised her to go to therapists and counselors and whatnot. My friend is none the wiser. Even thinks they are doing better than ever because he mentioned to me that she has been extra frisky lately. A kid and a mortgage are part of the equation. Do I stick to my plan of butting out entirely at this point? Do any of you think I owe it to my friend to tell him? What would you think if you were my friend and found out I knew this? Doc Martens wrote. Go with your gut. The bro thing is to stay out of it, but keep in mind or I does bend. It's not your job, but since you have the additional information, your friend does not, you might be better able to notice if something else is amiss. She pushed her boundaries and didn't get called on it. At least subconsciously, she knows she got off scot-free. Her next marital transgression will probably be more egregious, so at least stay apprised of the condition of the marriage. You're right, this is a delicate situation, just be there for him if things take a bad turn. Deleted, wrote. Her story seems like a cover story for what happened. It doesn't make much sense that they would have a fully online and love relationship that never had a physical component. It's much more likely that she slept with the guy and then told you a sanitized version. I'd go with your gut on this one. If she's telling the truth, it's probably better to let sleeping dogs lie. If you don't believe her story, I'd go to your friend and just tell him only the facts of what you know. Deleted, wrote. As long as she stays away from work guy, stay out of it. She knew it was wrong and they did the right, mature thing about it by cutting things off before anything physical happened or it had gone too far. It's not an ongoing affair, it's not a pattern, you'll only end up hurting your friend by mentioning it. You should also probably tell her that you don't want to talk to her about work guy because it puts you in an awkward position. Deleted, wrote. She's comfortable being deceitful, whether she did the horizontal mambo with the new guy or not. I'd let the friend know before he spends too many years with someone he doesn't know. Her infidelity will only increase as her discontent builds. Deleted, wrote. Watch The Dilemma with him, tell him what you would want him to do if something like that ever happened, then ask him what he would want you to do. I know The Dilemma is a terrible movie, but it makes asking the question relevant and won't make him suspect something is up. Deleted, wrote. If she's smart, she knows you put 2 and 2 together from her Facebook conversation and told you to a sanitized version in case she gets caught. If she's stupid, she thinks you'll never tell her man. If she's manipulative, she's hedging her risk by taking you down with her. If you're not a good friend, you'll think your buddy will forgive you for not telling. If I were you, I'd tell her she has X days to tell him or I will. A month or so. I'd make her tell him. I couldn't keep this from my buddy. What do you think about all of this? Do you have any advice for the op from the first story? Also, do you have any advice for the op from the second story? Let us know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss an upload.